Get the body moving. Even if you're feeling good. Thank you for dancing with me. And gentlemen too. And all the babies that's around you. Sure, just make you happy. Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-healthcare. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-healthcare, while I share my wellness story with you right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. The healing frequency. Gotta be in that vibration. Feel it. Own it. Hold on to it. Let it vibrate your soul. Let it move your heart to the oneness of love. Self-love, self-care, self-respect. Oh yeah. You gotta have it. You gotta own it. So claim it. Don't let nobody take your joy from you. Keep on moving that body. Dance it all the way. You know it makes you feel good. Get your joy back when you dance. Put a smile on your face. Woo, Lord. You gotta thank the frequency and the vibration of life, of love, of living. That's right. Can't tell you how I feel today. Woo! Loving that vibration. Take yourself higher. Using your own vibration. Oh yeah. Taking that deep, deep breath. Woo! Thank you, family. 11/20/2019. Got it going on today. Yes, we got it going on. You got it going on? I know you had a fantastic week. You're not getting caught up in anything material in this world. That's right. Go ahead and do that. That's right. Yeah. Woo, fade it on down. Let's start this show. Because I've been around here dancing all day long. After I went to the store, feeling real good. I'm so thankful for the healing power of the body that's attached to the state of consciousness. And you don't need anything but to vibrate to yourself and the frequencies of life. I'm telling you how it heals you, renews you, restores you, makes you feel so good. Don't let nobody take your joy from you. Don't let nobody take your power from you. Don't put yourself in no stupor. Don't put your energy so low that you can't bring yourself back up. Now, I ain't saying ignore no feelings. Feelings get the blessings. You got to have your feelings. You got to walk through them. You got to know how to deal with them. And don't let nobody tell you you need anything or anybody else to control those feelings. We got to get back to the ancient ways, the Kemetic ways, the African ways. Surround your people when they feel in a certain way. Show them what love is. Let them vibrate to it and raise their own energies. They can do that. No drugs are required. No surgeries, no talking to nobody. You can put yourself in a state of stillness. You can go in your own room and close your closet and sit down and talk to yourself and bring yourself up out of anything. Stop people giving your power to situations and things in this world of this world. You are here for yourself. You are in this vessel to move about and do and enjoy this life here. You're at this way station. Don't let what's going on around here get you down, put you in a stumper. Got to go to somebody to assist you. Not really. It's all within you. You got to learn how to trust you. You got to learn how to honor you. You got to learn how to respect you, because I don't care who you go talk to, what you do, it still comes back to you. You have got to shift that energy, and you do it. And when you do it on somebody else's dime, it don't work each and every time. You still got to come back to you to make it real, to make it whole, to manifest that truth untold. Trying to tell you something. No matter what you're going through, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you are in control. Take those deep, deep breaths. Sit back and relax. Woo! I got that. That'll be good. I don't know when to make that shift and bring you in to do that. That's right. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fears. That false education accepted as reality, that false evidence appearing real, not only from your medical records, that false evidence appearing real from other people, letting them shift you because of their actions. They'll turn around and cuss you out one day, like you the next day, hate you the next minute, love you the next minute. That's their roller coaster ride. You stay true to yourself. Whatever you do and whoever you do it with, you do it because of you, what you want, what you see, not based on them. And then you cannot get caught up in any whirlwind. Woo! You know, like that tornado, swirling, twirling, picking up speed, causing your thoughts for you not to see. You want to see. You are in control. Don't let that tornado of life get you down no more. Tornadoes are good things. People think tornadoes are bad things because of destruction that they do or what's in their pathways. But nah, everything is in divine order. You see, the world is supposed to be free and not inhibited by anything. Man put up buildings, man do things. Mother Nature said, if you didn't put it there, it wouldn't get knocked down. So sit back and take a deep breath today and tune into yourself. And once again, I want to thank you. All that are tuned in right now, all that will tune in when the show is put up on YouTube, I want to thank you so very much for joining me on the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. What? The one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare Educator. Pioneering Conscious Wellness Specialist. Doctor of Lymphology, certified lymphologist. I have one goal, one purpose, one thought, one action. I got one vision, one movement, one passion. For sharing information, for empowering all, for rising above the fear of diseases. It's time to embrace the fear. Don't run from it. If you got a little bit of fear, embrace it. Embrace the fear of disease. Know what it is. It's time to give disease a big hug. You know, hug it all. Hug it, bring it into balance, hold it so tightly, and it vanishes from your heart and your mind. Because love is the power. Love is the power. When you love it all. I love this stroke. I love having this stroke. I love seeing how my body heal energetically, holistically, consciously from this stroke, drug-free, medical doctors free. I love the power that's within me. the divine energy of life. We all have it. We just got to hold on to it, or we got to move into the flow of it. And only you can do that. That's what I'm talking about. Love is all there is. It's a vibration. It's a feeling. But it is the power that brings your entire life together. It heals, renews, restores, and empowers us all. When I look at stuff, when I look at things people show up, I look at them and I send them love. Why are you going through that, sister? Why are you going through that, brother? Why are you talking that way, youth? Why are you acting that way, child? You need to talk to yourself. We got to learn how to talk to our children about love, not overcoming issues and problems and concerns of the world. Talk to them about love, loving themselves. That vibration that they feel inside of them is there. We can do that for them. Help them bring that out. Help them know how to go within themselves and be still when something is going on. Being bullied, being shamed, being put in a corner somewhere, being talked about. You can hold on to your own truth that lives inside of you. The world don't shape you. The world don't make you. You are the world. You are the world you see. You are the world that you create. You are the emotions that you create. You are the feelings that you create. And that's why you can shift that energy anytime, anytime, anytime. So are you ready, family? And are you ready to teach your children to leave a man-made mindset of human consciousness? We got to show them how to do this. We got to help them relearn and rethink. Because by the time they turn 7, and you ain't done the job that you needed to do to help them, they are being influenced by the world and the world actions, and you don't even know what's going on with your children. Because why? You don't even know what's going on with yourself, because you're still being affected by what's going on out there. What somebody may say, what somebody may do, because you act totally different. Karen is very unique in herself, always have been. I used to come to my mother all the time and say, what is wrong with your daughter? She always doing something different than everybody else. My mother said, I know. I named her Charlene, and she wanted to call herself Sunshine. Told everybody her name was Sunshine. I kept saying, girl, your name is Charlene. And I kept saying my name is Sunshine. Because I'm always going to feel that sunshine inside of me, in my heart. Can't nobody touch it. Can't nobody take it away from me. I own it. And you got to teach your children to own it. People wanted to say I was a certain way. I was this way and I was that way. Why? Because frankly, excuse my expression, didn't give a damn about what nobody had to say. I'm my own creator. That's the power that's within me. That what was told to me, expressed to me through my feelings and my vibration, and I carry that to everybody. I send them nothing but love and light no matter what they do, how they talk, what they think. That's why they loved me at Goodwill Industry. When I worked there and I said, nah, I'm not having no separate class because this person's supposed to have this thing and that person's supposed to have that thing. Well, I tell you what, we're going to integrate it all and we all going to have everything that everybody have in this classroom. And we're going to all do well. And we're going to all do great. And when I had that mother come to me and say that my daughter was so depressed, it took me, I don't know how many years to get her out the door to get into a program. And when she came here and found you, you were me. And I were you. And my daughter kept blossoming. My daughter kept doing great. She forgot all about a stage of depression and anything. And she's still thriving today. And that's 25, 30 years later. Same thing with the young man that came through Goodwill Industry, supposed to had autism. But he could draw through the computer. He could do a lot of things, make buildings and things like that. Had his own kind of understanding. But through working with me and integrating everybody in the same classroom, doing the same thing, so his mother at the Walmart. And she said, let me tell you about my son, Miss Davis. Let me tell you how my son been doing from the time that he was in your class almost 30 years ago. Do you know he's independent now? Do you know he's on his own? He done shifted his whole life around. I love hearing stories like that because I love empowering people to be the best they can be, to not fall into the trap of the standardization of America, telling you who you are, what you got. I never forget when they turned around and said, you no longer can help people with grieving anymore. Grieving is now a disease. Come on. Everything is a damn disease now. Mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. What you gonna say to yourself? Everybody got a career, whatever it is, they got to make money. They want you to come to them. I'm a conscious Conscious Self-Healthcare Educator. And I want you to become your own Conscious Self-Healthcare Educator. I want you to understand from the mental, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual attributes of yourself. And in each area, what you can do for yourself. You have that power when you don't need nobody's permission, nobody's agreement, nobody to be in alignment with you. You know the 4 agreements, be in agreement with yourself. Honor yourself. That's why we talk about self-care, self-love, self-respect, self-worth, self-understanding, self-love. We talk about self-knowledge, knowing thyself. Know yourself. Be truthful with yourself. Be honest with yourself. People get on, say, Karen, you are something else. Why? Because I ain't lying to you. I'm going to tell you how I feel straight up. You may not like it, and that's all right with me, because I ain't got to worry about no lies or pretending or being fake or being phony. Nothing like that. I got to have a pure heart, an open heart. I got to be in balance with self. Not worried about nobody else, because why? It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. I don't bring no hurt and harm to nobody, no matter what they do to me, no matter what they show, no matter how they act. Because you know why? They're creating for themselves first. I got to accept it. I got to get in the middle of that. And I don't. And I share that with the children all the time. I remember my youngest niece came home to me crying, talking about school. You know what I said to her? I said, baby, know thyself. 8 years old, I told my niece, don't worry about being liked. You got to like yourself. Don't worry about being accepted. Do you accept your dark, chocolate, rich, gorgeous self? Don't worry about being loved. You got to love yourself. Because kids say, they're not my friend. What they're really saying is they don't love me. Love yourself. Same thing for adults. We still carry that up with us in the ages, no matter how old we are. Don't worry about having friends. You got to be a friend to yourself. That's why I can be with myself. I'm not worried about that out there. And neither should you. And neither should your children. Don't worry about fitting in. Get into yourself. And when you get into yourself, everything is like you will come around you and support you. Don't worry about knowing them when you know yourself. I said, my child, don't worry about children who don't like you. Adults, don't worry about adults that don't like you or want to play with you or be with you or shun you or talk about you. Don't worry about none of that. Remember who you are. You are learning. We are always learning. We are always embracing. And to know that like begets like. That's what we got to know. Like begets like. And when you love yourself and honor yourself, there may not be a lot of people out there doing that. They may talk it. They may promote it. But inside, they're dull. They're dead. They're dying. And you can feel that vibration in a person that will stand up and do a great story, stand up doing a great program, having a great lecture, talking to you about how to be in love with yourself, and they not loving themselves. We hear a lot of authors, a lot of people saying for years and years and years. I never forget. I love Susan Taylor. I used to love reading the articles that she wrote. And then when she came out and said that she was depressed, you would say, how in the heck can she say she was depressed and totally depressed writing the way she write, saying the things she was saying? What was it? It was something learned. It wasn't a vibration that she felt. And then she had to give it to herself anyway. You're giving it back to yourself anyway. Even if you think you're talking to somebody. I talk to people all the time, always have throughout my life. But I let them know at the end of that talk, when they make that shift, you did it. You did it. You held on to that truth. You did it for yourself. Yes, you did. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about self-care, self-love, self-respect. And I'm going to tell you, family, I told you about the fall I had last week. No, I didn't make it to the Sankofa conference. I chose not to go to the Sankofa conference. I felt that it was a huge success by what I've heard from it. I heard Baba Zulu said it was awesome. I heard other people say that it was a great event. I honor Brother Humama Malik and Brother Alpha Kawaba from the UK that was here to put it on with him. They did a great job. Maybe one day I'll see that video when Alpha Quabo sat down, get it together, email it back to us so I can look at it. But I know it was a great time because I felt the energy there. I felt the energy of it because I was a part of it. I didn't have to be there. I said it with my My Health device. I know I talk about y'all about the My Health device. Go to my website and learn about it. I had the pictures right there of all the presenters. I had the one picture of the black fist that represented everybody was there. I sent love frequencies and love vibration. I sent a healing session right there. I did it for a whole hour. The program was longer than that. So I was a part of it in my own way, my own energetic vibration way. So you can go to my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Right on the first page, it says Sankofa Conference. You can click on that link. You can see the pictures. You can listen to the after the talk show with Alpha Kawaba and Muhammadu Malik. You can listen to some of the information that was shared at the event before that. Got pictures on that page. And as people come forward and talk about it, we're going to have the other presenters come in to the studio right here at the house and share their experience from it and what they got out of it, because it's something that will not end. It is a vibration and a frequency that will go on for a long time. And there's going to be other components of it because we're dealing with that hashtag, Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. That hashtag been around for almost 2 years now. I created that hashtag based on Brother Muhammadu Malik asking people to stand behind Kaepernick when he first decided to boycott because of the fact of how they treat Black people in America. And they wanted to turn it around to something else. But I said on the other side of that coin is we got to work together in harmony and peace. That's why that hashtag was created, because that's what I am, about unification, organizing, bringing people together, so we can work as one and move forward, because yes, it is time for us to move forward and where we are today. So take your deep breaths, sit back and relax. I'm only going to talk for a little while longer because I want to hear some music. I want to hear, war. Doom, 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 doom. And help, we got to help one another. And yes, I'm inviting you aboard my friendship train because, we are definitely on a Harriet Tubman's ride. And we know April is Conscious Self-Healthcare and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month, because from my experience and my understanding from what I've learned, anatomy and physiology, you can't get well unless you got a strong lymphatic system. That's point blank. The organs of the lymphatic system has got to be working in optimal care. That's how I got through this stroke. That's why I told that doctor that I didn't need him to tell me that I needed drugs and try to talk me out of it. And like I said, it's going on 3 years, and I'm getting ready to walk back into Howard. I'm getting ready to go talk to that doctor of neurology and say, you see where I am now? You see how I stand? You see how I walk? You see how I move? When I was going down that rabbit hole because you wanted me to stay on the drugs, I was slurring. I was losing movement. My face was getting twisted. I had to stop all that stuff. Because why? The frequency of life said, drugs ain't the way. They told me that long time ago. Long time ago. Most women have menstrual problems and things like that because of their diet. Even back then, don't take no Bear. Don't take no aspirins. Don't do none of that. Shift your energy. Drink water. Have movement. I've never been a pill person. And I'm thankful that I wasn't. And I'm telling you, there's never really a time that you really need one. You really don't need one, according to Dr. Daniels. She said even if you in an accident, if you can get up and move, get yourself home and shift your own energy, do that first. Because sometimes it's difficult to get pharmaceuticals out of your body unless you didn't have a lot in, like I did. So that little bit of spill when they put them pharmaceuticals in me while I was in there for that stroke, they all gone now. I feel so good. I told you I see my knees now. My feet don't show no signs of fluid in it. My hips, I can see them. I can feel it. I can flow. This Coke bottle shape is definitely coming back. I see it in the mirror. I'm standing in the mirror because I'm just so shocked of how the body has adjusted in this little bit of time. Because I took the time to care for myself, to focus on myself. And no matter what you're going through, you can all do that. Yes, you can. So the message that I put out this week was, I said, as a doctor of lymphology, that is not in the Western medical field. I am not a medical doctor, nor do I choose to be a medical doctor. It's the non-circular science of medicine. It's a school that I went to that the director, the teacher, whomever said, you are a doctor of lymphology because of your thesis, what you have done and what you know and what you recognize about the lymphatic system. So I stopped saying that for a minute. And now I'm saying it louder because all the confusion should be over with. the misunderstanding that she was trying to be a doctor. There are no Western doctors of lymphology. They took that title away over 100 years ago. Why? Because they wanted you to not know about that system, that purification system. They wanted to bring in the field of cancer and say your cancer is spreading everywhere, when it's the power of the lymphatic system that's being weak and not being made strong. So as a doctor of lymphology, sharing information on lymphatic cellular ecology for the past 3 decades is how I was able to heal from the cellular malfunction called a stroke with full mobility and stop my body from going down the rabbit hole of the effects of a stroke more than 2 years ago. I say this to anyone going through any cellular malfunction: you must have a strong, purified lymphatic system in order for the human body to properly heal, repair, and regenerate the power of life in every cell. Your mindset must be in alignment that the body, cell life is in your hands, your state of consciousness, and your actions, and not in the medical doctors. Solely information on the test results, and 100% not in the use of medication, pharmaceutical drugs. Never really supports, heals, renews cell life. So I said, wake up, my family. If you're stuck on these pharmaceuticals and you want to get off of it, and the doctor said to you when you first got on them, there's no way you can get off of this drug. You're going to be on this drug for your life. Don't stop taking this drug. You don't know what may happen. What? The body is going to start purging it. The body is going to start healing. And yes, you're going to go through what they call a healing crisis, that I call the wellness crisis, because it's not even a crisis. It's a wellness feeling of being tuned into yourself once again. So wake up, my family. Worldwide, and shift out of chronic disease care, stress. Stop stressing about diseases. You're having cellular malfunctions. It's time to become your own wellness doctor. That's why I thank you for coming to dance with me, sharing this radio broadcast with a friend, and taking these deep, 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 deep breaths every Wellness Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on the healing frequency. Inner light. That inner light, listen to your inner light, your radio, your frequencies, your waves, your vibration, and knowing what they are saying to you. The frequency of life, the laws of life, the words of life comes in a frequency pattern. And you can see them, and you can know them, and you can express them. So join my groups, go to my page, be a part of this. Be a part of this horizon. I'm telling you, the lymphatic system is one of the most overlooked systems in the body. And that's why people don't talk about it. But I tell you what, they're talking about it now. Now everybody want to talk about the lymphatic system. I've been talking about it for 30 years, a little bit longer than that. Nobody wanted to hear about it. Nobody wanted to follow it. But now everybody want to get in line with it. Everybody got some way to telling you something to take. The lymphatic system becomes strong through your thoughts, through your breathing, through your actions. I'm telling you, and everything you need as far as a nutritional value, you can build it up in your own body through your own mind, through your own consciousness. But yes, if you can take some purified vitamins, some minerals, and some enzymes, hallelujah! Say hallelujah! Say thank you, universe, for making it available through nature. That is your true nature. That is your true healing properties. It comes from the earth. That's why we got to be good stewardships of the earth, good stewardships of the water. We got to be able to take care of those things and give us what we need in the most purified form. We got to be willing to do that. We got to stop letting man destroy the world and want to give you a bunch of false and fake stuff. And then everybody want to turn totally against meat. Raise them animals right. You need some meat sometimes. People that's vegan, vegetarians, they get small because they look like they suffer from malnutrition. I remember what the doctor told my mom. She suffered from malnutrition. She didn't even look like it. I didn't even look like it. I wasn't small and weak and frail from their blood work or whatever they did. The dentist. Look at her teeth. She's spitting up after she eat her food. That's because I ain't like the food. But I had to turn around and shift my energy and said, I'm in this human form. I got to eat some kind of food. Can't keep living off of nuts and berries and things. That was years ago. So I've been on every kind of diet, every kind of way, and there's a balance to you and your body and your consciousness and what's going on for you to learn how to take care of yourself. That's why I don't tell nobody what to do no more, but to become your own wellness doctor. I'm going to point you in the right direction. I'm going to give you things you need to read and do for yourself, and hopefully you make the right choices for yourself and teach your family to make the right choices for themselves. That's what this show is all about, empowering you. So we can celebrate come April 30th, Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day 2020, 10 years. 10 years I've been doing this. 10 years I've been blocked. But who was I really blocked? I wasn't blocked. That's why it's all showing up now. People can put up all kind of cloaks and put up all kinds of things to block what you're doing so the information can't get out. They can't keep it going forever. And that wall has definitely been coming down. And I'm loving every minute of it because I'm still standing tall, saying who I am and saying what I can do. I honor the life. Last living child of my parents. Sometimes I do get a little bit, wish my siblings were here, but they always say, child, you know we're here with you. You know you can talk to us anytime. You know energy speaks loud and clearly to you. That's how you come. You made it this far, and how far you going to make it. And continue to make it. And family, I'm telling you, you can do the same thing for yourself. Stop living for the world. Stop getting caught up. Tune into yourself. Tune into yourself through the magic of poetry. Oh, yeah, I got a computer that I keep offline now. We ain't having no more trouble. So this one computer that came through somebody else, how they shut the other one down, oh, yeah, those books are being rewritten again. Everything is being redone again offline. And they're getting ready to come out. 2020 is going to be a fantastic year. I like that. 2020. 2 is 4. 40. Woo, Lord. 40. What's going on? Feeling real good. I'm going to tell you something, family. I'm going to want to listen to some music. But I had also had this sheet that I want to share with you. I was thinking about it, and I was sent to my book. You know, I studied a course in miracles for, I don't know, almost 3 years. Kept going to classes and training. And I remember when I went out to the Course in Miracle course, and I got there, and I was like, God, this book, I stopped it. Then university said, go back. You're going to need that from time to time. Some information going to come up. So I took that course for almost 2-3 years. And the energy took me back to that book this week because a lot is going on and a lot of shifts are happening. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So when I went to the book, I got to this passage and I typed it up real quick, so I'm going to share it with you. So I say there is a passage in A Course in Miracle that says, giving of yourself to the point of sacrifice makes the other person a thief. When we allow others to take what we need, what we have earned, and what we deserve, we are making a sacrifice. When we sacrifice, we become resentful. We resent ourselves and we resent the one who has received. Resentment is a clear-cut path to anger and unworthiness. In order to serve others, support others, and give to others, we must first be able to serve, support, and give to ourselves. Can I say that one more time? Resentment is a clear-cut pathway to anger and unworthiness. In order to serve others, support others, and give to others, we must first be able to serve, support, and give to ourselves. And let me tell you something. Karen, Khadijah, Davis-Foulks, 100% will always support herself first, because I cannot be any good to you without being great to myself. We must be willing to share our overflow, not our necessities. This is called self-support, self-care, and self-love. Now you know why I'm anchored in that. Self-care, self-love, self-respect, self-worth with self-assurance. Because why? You got that self-knowledge. You take that knowledge from the world and you make it your own. But the greatest knowledge is already inside of you. You bring it up. You bring it out. You look at it. You work from it. You need no one's permission. You don't have to be in agreement with no one about your life and what you're doing. You're not bringing hurt or harm to yourself, so you can't bring hurt or harm to anybody else. And when they try to bring it to you, you just step aside. Sidestepping, take that move that body out of the way. That's what you got to do. You got to honor yourself. You got to be tuned to yourself. And sometimes you do. You got to relearn, rethink, and rewrite. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where was I at? Did I get off center? Did I get shifted? Let me shift back into the reality of where I am supposed to be. So we set back like you're going to do in a moment, because we're going to listen to my commercials. I want to hear War. I want to hear Cheryl Dave's record Help. And I want to invite you to come on board my friendship train. So what I'm sharing with you right now, I want you to tune into yourself. What's happening in your life? What you need to take note of. Sit back and listen to some music. Sit back and groove. Step up to quantum health and healing. Understand the human body feel. Let me read your energy field. Let me show you what's going on. Take this opportunity to learn what's happening through your body through the energetic understanding. Because like I told you, everything man-made, testing is coming through energetics now. The only thing they can't do through that clearly is blood work. But blood work can always be tampered with by somebody else to say that you got something. That's why you got to know what you're doing to your own body, to your own self, and what shifts you. And 9 times out of 10, what shifts your physical body is your state of consciousness. That's why life is a state of consciousness. So what I want you to do today, I want you to set back, because I'm preparing. I'm preparing for those guests that are going to be coming on, sharing their awareness story. They have 30 minutes, and then I have 30 minutes of playing music, getting you back in the groove. So we're starting this process now, because December 2020 is going to be a whole brand new year for what I do. And I know there's people out there that have been waiting to share their wellness stories. The lines are going to be open, and we're going to move forward with telling people how well we're doing. It's going to shift the energy and the vibration, the frequency around the world, and everybody's going to be doing it for themselves. So sit back and take those deep, 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 deep breaths. Feel this breath moving up your body from the top of your toes to the top of your head, and wherever you need to stop in the middle of that process, and send that divine energy through your breath into your organs to help them do their job. So sit back and breathe and release and listen here. Enjoy yourself, family. Woo! Production. We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com. The number 4CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lenthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forcelllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnosis are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.celllife.com.
One another, all of my sisters and brothers. can't make it on our own. We need love and unity that will make a better community. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Come on, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Let's show love and respect. Always remember never to forget that together we stand and divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Come on and let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. No matter what race, creed, or color, we all God's children, sisters and brothers. Let's put love in our hearts and get rid of hate. Understanding will be better if we communicate. Let's help. Come on and let's help one another. All my sisters and my brothers. Everybody, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Everybody, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Our sisters and my brothers need help. We gotta help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. All of my sisters. All of my sisters. Yeah. Come on, let's help. Yeah. Come on, let's help. Yeah, yeah. All over the nation. For the precious generation. Yeah. All over the land. Oh, yeah. Let's lend a helping hand. Make this world a better place. Make this world a better place. Calling out to everyone across the nation. Nation. Said the world today is in a desperate situation. Stealing, burning, fighting, killing, nothing but corruption. It looks like mankind is on the eve of destruction. Oh, yes, it is. People, let me tell you now, we got to learn to live with each other. No matter what race, creed, or color. I just got to tell you what the world needs now. What the world needs now is love and understanding. So get on board the friendship train. Everybody shake a hand, shake a hand. Come on, get on. Friendship train. Everybody. Shake a hand, shake a hand. Well, talking about the friendship train. Get on board and shake a hand, make a friend. People listen to us now. Harmony is the key. My sisters and brothers. Oh, yes, it is. I said, harmony is the key. My sisters and brothers. People, we can't wait, 'cause another day might be today. Come on, get on the friendship train. Everybody, shake a hand, shake a hand. Well, talking about the friendship train. Get on board and shake a hand, make a friend. I'm talking about the friendship train. Hey, everybody, shake a hand, shake a hand. Don't you know I'm talking about the friendship train? Get on board and shake a hand, make a friend. I know lots of people have tried in many ways to get mankind together. So we decided we'd offer our little suggestion, and that is the friendship train. And the way we feel about it, you've got to get started somewhere, somehow. Right on. Where, right. Why don't you ride on, ride on the friendship train? Said you might as well ride on, ride on the friendship train. You know we can think of no better place than on the friendship train. Everybody shake a hand, shake a hand. Well, talking about the friendship train. Get on the road and shake a hand, make a friend. Well, you don't need no rocket. You don't need no rocket. Everybody get on, get to ride. Everybody get on, get. Well, you don't need to ride. Don't need, you don't need no rocket. Everybody get on, get to ride. Everybody get on, get. Well, you don't need to ride. Don't need, you don't need no rocket. Everybody get on, get to ride. Everybody get on, get to ride. You know I'm talking about the friendship train. Everybody, shake a hand, shake a hand. Don't you know I'm talking about the friendship train? Get on board and shake a hand, make a friend. I'm talking about the friendship train. Everybody, shake a hand, shake a hand. I'm talking about the friendship train. Get on board and shake a hand, make a friend. Everybody, let's ride, the friendship train. Yeah. Teach, baby,